Hello everyone, welcome back to Job Talks with HR, where we interview guests such as headhunters, recruiters from all over the globe and give you the tips on how to get a job as well as how to prepare a best resume and most importantly, have fun in your life. Today we have a new guest, Henrique Santos from Brazil. I know it was a long time, but we got a guest. His name is Henrique Santos from Brazil. He works for Bridge Social and he has a recruiting experience of 8 years. And so we have distilled every bit of information in 1 hour. And also he has given us some tips on how to take care of yourself, how to be self-aware and much more. So join this podcast. It is much more exciting than watching just another YouTube video. And most important of all, watch this video at 1.5x. You'll get major points, go through quickly, sit back and take notes. Meet you at the end of the podcast.
Yes, awesome, guy. First of all, thank you for having me now. Santos, I am a recruiter here in the Brit Social, located in Brazil. About our company, we are HR tech that hiring tech and digital talents around the world. But mainly we have operations in 5 countries. I mean, Brazil, Chile, Mexico, Colombia, and Miami. In the Chile, in Brazil, we have a solid operations. We have more employees and clients, and yes, a lot of projects in terms of hiring professionals to tech and digital areas. But in Mexico, Colombia, and Miami, we are launching our operations yet. So we like as a startup in these 3 countries. I think it's all about our company. Today we have a lot of clients, mainly in Brazil and Chile, that we help them in 2 products. The first is the outsourcing services. So we hire the professionals into our company, and these professionals be allocated in the client team. And the second product is when we just do the selection process, send the candidates to the client, and these can be by the client. So I think it's the 2 products that we have today.
Nice, nice. So these are the two products that you are helping the recruiters as well as the candidates to get job and get better, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Uh, Interesting. I think British Social is doing great. Enrique, can you tell exactly what does a recruiter's job look like on a day-to-day basis, or what is the hardest part of your job? Can you just tell me that?
Yes, awesome. I think the recruiter is a hunter in the market label that need to have a good knowledge regarding the positions that they working for, and also they need to understand about the client culture and about the soft skills in terms of can evaluate the candidates. My job here today is find out the best talents around the world, draw many tools that we have to hunting candidates such as LinkedIn, Github, Drupal, Behance, and among others. I mean, these the mainly tools that we have today to look for digital professionals around the world. And basically my day-to-day routine regard to building a great relationships, draw the interviews and the meetings that I have with the clients and candidates as well, and draw out the talent acquisition process. I'm responsible for give a recommendation to the both candidate and the client sides in order to find out the best match between them. So I think is the most important thing for a recruiter is have a good knowledge about the people, because understanding about the client is easy, about the job description too, but know about the people make the difference into a talent acquisition process. I mean, it's very important to you personalize the journey of the client and the candidates into a talent acquisition process, and also provide human experience to them. So here in the breed, you have a strong culture regarding respect the people by who they really are and also provide a personalized journey for them. About my daily routine, I think it's about guaranteeing a sustainable relationship and a safe space for the client and candidate as well.
Mm. Nice, nice. It's a great thing that Bridge Social is having such a great talent like you and helping
Mhm.
other people on the planet as well. This is how your job looks like on a day-to-day basis, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Can you what exactly is the future of the HR world or what is the future of Bridge Social as a company? Can you just brief us about that?
Yes, you say about the next steps about our future business, all right?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Today we are a HR tech company. As I say to you, our main strategy looking for to building a strong and sustainable company in the next 5 years is build platform able to evaluate the tech and digital professionals, draw good access assessments, good mentor, building a strong community around the world where the candidates can be able to extend recommendations regarding new technology and learning with each other through these platforms. So we are building a great platform able to wait hiring and to prepare this candidate in terms of development skills in hard and soft skills too. We are looking for extend our company from consultant to a HR tech company that use our platform, our own platform, I mean, to make money, make business, and also think about the sustainability of the company that we have. So, in overall, our vision is to build a platform for provide this fast experience for evaluation to job offers steps and also being competitive and capable of offering personalized and human experience to the users too.
Oh, wow. That's very great. It is also providing the candidates this many things in past experiences as well as providing many products in it. That is really a great thing. Bridge Social has their execution and very much planned ahead. I believe that you are going to be a key part in helping Bridge Social get to that part. All the best, Enrique, for that. Dive into this podcast now. What are the qualities that you look for in a candidate when selecting the profile?
Yes, we have a few steps in the recruitment process. The first is evaluate the candidate through the screening part, where the recruiter looking for a great profiles, draw LinkedIn and among your other channels for recruiting candidates. And a great profile means have a sample profile on the LinkedIn where these candidates put all the information that they have in terms of knowledge, master degree, certification, job descriptions, and also they highlight that they have been contributing for the company that they have been working for. I mean, if I have two options in terms of profiles, the first one is when the candidate put all the information about the year day-to-day routine and also the highlights, put the quantitative parts of the year jobs in terms of results that they've achieved. And the second, the candidate doesn't put anything about the year previous background experience that they've worked. I will choose the first one because they are have more details, and so I guess this first candidate care about the details too. I think it's the first step. The second step is when about interview. What you usually will are looking for in an interview is understand about how the candidate communicate their contribution for business growth, draw their own activities and responsibility. I think the most important thing in a candidate, regardless the field that they work for is understand if they also know about the business, how can they connect with the business strategy in terms of OKRs, and how can contribute positively for the business growth and the business strategy can reach it. They both point in terms of screening interview. That's it. In terms of screening part, the candidate need to have a great profile with all the informations that they've been working for, and the interview part, usually I will looking for candidates able to express it through their communication skills too.
Basically what it means that the candidate should fill every detail and should be able to communicate well in his profile, in his resume, as well as should have the skills that are required for that particular job. Apart from that, what else did you say? I couldn't catch you on that. Can you just repeat back for our audience the step 2? Can you just repeat back that step, because I believe that it has more into it, more potential into it, but can you just explain that step 2 once again?
Yes, about the interview part, you say?
Yeah.
Yes, so this part is very important. The candidate bring it to us great examples regarding their background experience in terms of results that they achieved, and also the point, the highlights that they've been doing in terms of contribution. I mean, usually we are looking for a senior professional in the market label, and when you put them in an interview moment, they're not able to express to us the results of their job. They just talk to us about their daily to daily routine in terms of deliverables. Yes, I need to code a screen, or I need to analyze a journey of or users, or I am responsible for wait the project management steps. But it's not it exactly that we are looking for in terms of interview part. We need to understand, yes, you have a responsibility, you have a context, and you have a goals to achieve in your daily to daily routine. What do you do for achieve it? And when you do it, what is the result that you are able to achieve? And if you don't achieve these results, what do you do to overcome the troubles, issues regarding the results that aren't achieved in your daily routine? So we need to understand more about the soft skills that the candidates are able to do in daily routine, because today we are living a complex environment in terms of business growth with the technology area. So the candidate need to have a lot of soft skills in terms of negotiation, flexibility, and great communications skills to building great results in terms of relationship with the stakeholder, with the team, and also influence the team to to achieve the great results. In overall, in the interview part, we really like to understand self-awareness that the candidates have about their own ability in terms of hard and soft skills, and how can they contribute positively for the business growth.
A candidate should have everything from soft skills, negotiation, technical skills, as well as many other skills apart from handling the stakeholders, because everyone is going and talking to the stakeholders as well. Candidate should be able to do this. And the major part, as you said, that a candidate should be able to achieve the results. That if the candidate is not able to achieve the results, the candidate is not fit for the job. Is that right?
Exactly.
Did I get it right? Yeah. Do you conduct any internal discussions with the company when you're trying to get a candidate for the job, or is that any other process followed from your end?
Yes, for sure. First of all, when we have a position to working for, usually we do a brief with the client's team, I mean with HR professional and hiring manager, to understand better about the requirement and in terms of job description, the day-to-day routine in terms of hard and soft skills. So it's very important to us understand not about the job description, but also understand about the the culture that these clients have in terms of inclusion, diversity, and also how they look, the digital transformation. Is very important to us also understand about the product that they've been building to connect with the talent, the same vibes, the same fit with the client. So the first step is to understand about all the things about the client. It's very important to us steps to connect truly with the client culture and the hiring managers needs. After that, being able to find out the best talents to work with this client team too.
Okay, there are multiple discussions, and you also find out the best qualities and the recruitment process. Apart
Mhm.
from that, you also try to find the best screening test with the company, and then you approach the candidate. Am I right on that front?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Every company is different, or every company has the same process regarding when you approach them, or every company takes a different approach as has a different requirement. How is that?
Yes, awesome questions. In terms of process here in the bridge, we have this process. I mean, from sourcing to building a short list to the client's team. I mean, the short list, we usually send 3 or 5 candidates, the profiles of the job description asking for. And in the client, it depends because there is a client using technical tests to evaluate candidates, and there is client that like to put some steps of conversations with the team, with the HR team, with the hiring manager, with the director. So it's depend, but we also we've been trying to asking to our clients put more less steps in terms of the process, because today we are living in a competitive market label in terms of hiring technical professionals. So when you have a long process, cannot be good in terms of experience for the candidate, and also you can lose this candidate for other companies that have a short process. So it depends of the segment of the client, but like a constant or job is recommendation, good process in terms of talent acquisition to our clients too.
Your recruitment process also varies apart according to the client, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that is a great. What advice would you give the candidates on how to negotiate the salary? Can you just brief, or can you just give your thoughts on that?
Awesome, cast. I think the first of all, to the recruiter truly connect with the candidate is talk about the salary and the benefits of the job. For the candidate side, is very interesting more about the company, the segment, understand about the range that this type of client usually pay to employment in terms of salary and the benefits too. From our side, I always say to my candidates, if you have any doubts regarding the salary, please ask it to me. Don't hold it with you because it's very hard feelings. Yes, when the candidates have a lot of doubts about the salary and they don't feel comfortable to talk about it with the recruiter. Yes, I am trying to create a safe space to my candidates talk about it with me, and we try to come to terms a good salary for the both the client budget and the candidate expectation. I always try to say to them, try understand the market label rent, and also evaluate not just the salary but the benefits, the plan in terms of career path. It's very important too, and the future in terms the challenge that you will face in this company. But because the salary in the 3 first months is very important, but if you don't have a good culture, good benefits, or solid plan in terms of career path, you will be feel dismotivated to move forward into this company that you choose for your career. So you need to evaluate all the options that this position can offer to you before accept a job offer. So in all the meetings that I have with my clients and candidates, I really like to talk about this point in terms to come to terms with the fact that they both need to like of this job offer and this challenge too.
Mhm. Sort of that your candidate should have a career plan before getting a job, and then he can decide the job, and then he can decide the career or the salary that is required for him. Great thoughts. Honestly, like that, the candidate must first have a career path and then take a salary point on view. Because a candidate should always first focus on his career, that what he can grow, what are the challenges that are he's going to face, what is the path that I'm choosing. Is it growing? Yeah, I honestly believe that this is the right path to start a career. And I appreciate that you have a great thought. And I believe that Bridge Social is also doing the same thing that you are trying to tell us. Thank you
Mhm.
on that.
Awesome.
What are the common misunderstandings about the interview?
Yes. As I told you, the both points of misunderstandings about the next steps of the recruitment process and also about the salary or the role title that they can have on this job offer. So it's very important to recruiter I plan with calm and put all detailed recruiting process to candidate understand about these steps because yes, I've lived a lot of moments that the candidates didn't understand about the next steps and they wouldn't have able to move forward because they felt frustrated about this point or they didn't understand about this point. So in terms of recruiting skills, it's very important to this professional be capable of explain about these steps to the candidate and also to client too, because from client side they are very anxious to hiding the talent faster, but yes, but we need to explain to them about this candidate maybe are working in a company and they need to align, align the contract things before start in a new position with your client. So we need always explain about these steps and about the boundaries that the both side candidates and the clients have to align the process correctly.
Okay, that is technically right, because first the candidate sometimes has a misunderstanding, and then the recruiter or the HR person has to calmly make him understand that this is the right process, this is the other process which you are referring to. Exactly, there are multiple things that come into it, that misunderstanding leads to one thing or the another. So that has to calm down. And you also mentioned a great point that the candidate sometimes or the HR sometimes has to painfully understand what the candidate is trying to tell, and the client sometimes hides something. So what happens with the candidate is that he cannot understand, and the HR or the recruiter has to sit and make the candidate understand that this is what you're trying to get, and the client did not tell, or the employer is trying to do something else. So yeah, I agree with that point as well, that what you're trying to tell. Sometimes the client doesn't tell something and the candidate goes there, and after that something new point comes up. So the HR has to completely make him understand again. Yeah, right. Yeah.
E- Exactly, exactly. I think our point is humanizing the process to the both side because the both side usually have been basing on the technical or the hard things about the process, salary, benefit, career, the date that they will start to work together regard the client when the candidate can start with into the year team or main task into the process, I think, is bring a human experience to the both. Understand that we end of the day we are talking about people, and the people have troubles issues regarding their insecurities, the year vulnerability, the year's contraction doubled. So we need to align these points in order to create a safe space to the negotiation and align the points that can be good for the both sides.
Right. Humanize the process, lower the steps, and get the candidates a quick job easily, approachably, in a simple manner. Yeah, right. That is exactly what everyone is trying to get. Lower the process, humanize the process, and at the end of the day, as you said, we are
Yes,
dealing with people. We are dealing
yes.
with people.
Hmm.
Great thoughts. Great thoughts. Okay, if we consider the tech domain, what are the trends that seeing in based of skills, or where do we think the tech domain is going in next
Hmm.
5 years or so?
It depends of the job role that this candidate will face out, but think about overall this strategy when you look to the market label around the world. I think these candidates need to be able to understand about the digital transformation, product management, data strategy. It's very important because we've been living in a dating area. So we need to understand about how the data can drive the business and how data address the problems, issues regarding the business strategy, the business growth, and also understand about the user experience too. All the companies that we've been working for have this concern in terms of understand the year user journey. How can they offer a great experience, not just in terms of product or solutions, but also how can they offer a great human experience to these users. And the companies that has not able to offer this great experience usually won't be able to offer a great business for the client, and accordingly that they will be lose a lot of market share. I think it's a concern here in Brazil and mainly in other countries in terms of business growth, business strategy. Candidate that want to be able to follow and being prepared to face out the future of the market label, mainly in the IT field, need to understand about this point: user experience, digital transformation, and yes, people management too. People is the secret of any business around the world.
Business management, people management. Apart from that, there are the business skills such as user experience. Yeah, I get it. These are the basic skills that you require if you want to grow in next 5 years into the tech domain. Yeah, and of course, be human, be kind as well, because humans are what we are dealing on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, we humans are the key point over here.
Yes, yes.
What do
Uh,
you look in an ideal candidate apart from the technical skills?
I think they're very important today have an open mindset to receive different opinions than yours. You need to be able to work closely different people than you. So you need to have a diversity and inclusions mindset. I think it's very important because today we usually working with different people into a squad. Yes, when we think about agile methodology, so you will work closely. For example, if you are a developer, you work closely with UX professional, a data analyst, and they problem will have a different opinion about the product or about the work than you. But it's not they don't agree with your opinion. It's because they have a different previous experience in terms of the work and education experiences, and you should respect their point of view. I think it's the most important thing. Also have flexibility. Yes, because always the market label will change and you need to adapt to you for following the state of the market label. And I think yes, the most important thing too is have a good communication and negotiation skills, because also you need to respect different points of view than yours, but also you need to put your point of view on the table, and the people need to agree with you too. So you need to have a great skills to yes, working together with these people. So yes, just to remember flexibility, good communications, and open mindset too.
3 points that are business skills for required is soft skills, negotiation skills, and open mindset. Yeah, great
Mhm.
point there. So, in terms of negotiation, what are the things a candidate can do? Like, for example, if a candidate doesn't know anything about negotiation skills, so what can he do to learn negotiation skills? Can you just tell us about that?
For sure. I think when we think about the negotiation skills, it's very important the candidate first of all understand about the point of view that they will talk with. So, for example, if we are talk about anything, I need to understand our point of view first, understand the reasons that you have this point of view, how can you can contribute to we achieve the goal. I think it's the most important. Second, I need to put my point of view too. I need to put the contribution that I think that if we work on the way that I am proposing, what will the contribution positively for the both sides that we will have. And after that, after the both sides puts the point of view on the table, yes, they need to come to terms with something that will be great for the both sides. I think the negotiation skills is not about choose one point of view first, but try to match the both point of views. I've been working as a recruiter for almost 8 years, and every single day I need to align expectations of the candidate and the client in terms of align job offer or align a recruitment process. So I think I am a good negotiation to talk about it. So yes, you need to understand about the both sides, their boundaries, their limitation, their expectations, and after that you can align with the both sides. So if you wanna development to develop these skills, you need to be able to listen the other side, have empathic skills, put our point of view on the table, and also you can offer a proposal that can be great for the both sides.
Basically, the user, the first person has to listen to the other person, gain his perspective, what is he trying to think, and then move on. And then both of them has to put their thoughts on one table and then have a common point and then move on to have a deal or make a common ground. Did I get that right?
That's it, man. That's it. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so listen, people, this is how we negotiate. This is Henrique Santos. He has given the negotiation tip. Always remember, first you have to listen, then you have to gain their perspective, and then go get their thoughts in one line, and then you can have a deal or you can have their thoughts of you. Great point, man. Great point.
Mhm.
So, what are the important highlights as a recruiter for you that you first see on a resume?
Yes, awesome. I think the secret is creating a resume able to express quantitative information itself. Also, put bullet points can be a great option for qualitative informations. I think the candidate needs to be simple, be objective, and be smart too. I've been looking and reading a lot of resumes during my career path, and the resumes that may take my attention is the resume that is more simple, but at the same time bring to me the information that I need to understand if these candidates have the fit with the position that I've been working for. So it's very important to you exactly put highlights and include the numbers that you achieved with your contribution regarding your previous experience, and also put the qualitative information. Is not about your daily to daily routine, I think, but you need to put qualitative information about the culture, about the product, about the point that you got into in a company, and when you left them, what's the point that they achieve it, and what was your contribution to achieve it? It's very important to understand to this timeline of your time you working in a company. So I think it's the great points that the candidates should pay attention when they building their own resume.
That is basically show their previous experience, put their products, what they have worked on, what they have not worked on, and also show that what they have worked on in previous client, what did they achieve over there, their achievements, what is the thing that they learned over there, and how can they use it in the next company. Is that what you're trying to tell should be in the resume?
Yes, there are other things that the candidate should pay attention in their resumes and profiles when we talking about tech and digital professionals. I mean, tech professionals, they need to load their codes in a GitHub, for example. It's very simple to the client understand their thought process in terms of coding development. And when we think about UX professional, it's very important this candidate has a good portfolio that they can put all the projects that they built, and also what's the thought process in these portfolios they could offer it. So I think it's very important to the both technical and digital professional notice and try to organize these things, because I will give you an example. I've had a lot of candidates that lost a great opportunity, even to working abroad, because they hadn't built their portfolio or their GitHub coding yet. So when I called to them to and invited to them participate of the process, and the client asked these documents, this profile, they hadn't able to present it to us this thing, and it was not good to them. So you need to pay attention in all the things if you want, if you also are looking for a great opportunity to your career too.
Right. Basically, upload it on GitHub, show your work, and that is what you're trying to tell, right? Show your work,
Mhm.
whatever you're trying to build, whatever you're trying to say, whatever you're trying to prove to the world, whatever projects you have built, you have to put it on your resume as well as put it all on the internet, where such as GitHub or anywhere on YouTube, anywhere where you can show that you have done some projects, you have built something, so that the client or the employer can gain trust on you, so that you can get better opportunities. As you said, that certain candidates have lost their going abroad options just because they have not put their resumes or not put their code on GitHub, right? So
Exactly.
how do you pursue it, or how do you tell a candidate that you have to put this thing on GitHub, or is that thing compulsory, or is it a client to client different basis? How does it go?
Yes, there is not a specific or I mean a standard to the candidate upload their GitHub profile, but they need to be organized, smarter, and objective too, because the code is not about how much you can code in your career path. It's how this code can be replied or used to other companies too. This code is easy, this code is good in terms of writing. Everything counts in the evaluation of developer professionals. So you need to pay attention in this thing in order to show to client recruiter that you have a great thought process to have the positions that you are looking for. So you need not just to think about the technical skills that you are able to build. It's important thing. It's a must-have thing in a technical position, but also you need to think about the soft skills too. As I say to you, organization, cleaning, and the things like that may be helpful to you. Offer a great GitHub for clients and the recruiters.
Yeah, awesome thoughts, man. That you have to show your work and put it out on GitHub. And it is not a standard for anyone, but yeah, if you do it, that's a good standard for you to practice. Hmm. Interesting thought. Everyone should try to do that. Every candidate who is listening now should try to put their code on GitHub, show your work on GitHub, and that is definitely a good way to improvise your resume, your profile, and get better opportunities.
Mm.
How do you encourage candidates to come out of their nervous situations if in an interview?
I think as a recruiter, as a recruitment consultant, I always try to understand the candidate expectations to be able to find out the best opportunity that they went to their career. So I think the most important thing is offer to the candidates self-awareness. Yes, they need to have water about their strength and weak points to be able to get their dream job. So my job with my candidates is offer to them a safe space. I always will be say it because it's very important because the candidate need to understand as a human being that they need to improve a lot of points to get the dream job. So it's very important to offer to for candidates feedbacks regarding their approach, their skills, what they are good, what they are not good, and how can they improve this thing that they are not good. It's very important. If you went to working from anywhere, you need to be able to analyze the different local time from the country that you have expectation to working for. Also, you need to prepare your second language. I mean, if you wanna working for Latin company, you must have the Spanish. If you wanted to work for a North American company, probably or Asian companies, probably you need to have the English as your second language. I think that my main role here is offer to the candidate this awareness to them preparing their mindset to be. With your vast experience and this great wisdom, can you tell that what should be the ideal way? Should a candidate go for certification or should he opt for experience? Which should be the way? Yes, yes. I think in terms of a certification is very important. The candidate try to learn things outside their field. For example, if you are a developer, you should learn about user experience, or if you are user experience professional, you should understand about the data environment, how it works in day-to-day routine. So you need to be more able to learn things outside of your comfort zone. You need to be able to learn all the things that will help you understand the system, the product. So yes, if you are not able to learn new things outside your comfort zone, you won't be able to work in a global company or the best companies or the best products that you'd like to work with. I think the micro learnings courses is very helpful to professionals that they've been looking for improve their knowledge in terms of the technology and the business knowledge. If you wanted to get a deep understanding about a specific field in business or IT field, you must need to study a master degree in order to get it this deeper knowledge. But for me, the candidate need to have a lifelong learning mindset. Yes. When you say about the skills, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but it's very important. If you are not able to learn new things or keep learning is the secret. You won't you will be able to maintain your career in this competitive market label too.
Be a lifelong learner. That is what you're trying to say. Yeah, if a candidate who has, let's suppose you have two candidates for the same job, okay, and let's say candidate one has certifications, only certifications, okay, and candidate two has experience. So, which candidate would you pick? Would you pick the candidate with the certifications, no experience, or the candidate with experience and no certifications? Which one would you pick for the job?
Yes, they both, they both, because they both can offer a different perspective in terms of knowledge. For example, the first candidate that has the certifications can offer new learnings, new languages of programming, and the second can offer a great experience in terms of how you can building a product without relationships troubles, or how can you negotiation better the things that you need to do in different time that the business will ask you for. So I think they both is very important, but the experience in the market label is a must have for senior positions, for example. So when we think about junior positions, maybe they both can be able to get the job. But when we think about senior or coordinators, manager, direct positions, yes, the experience will be a must-have request. But when we think about the junior professional or professionals that have been looking for do a transition in terms of career path, for example, today I am working as a recruiter and tomorrow I want to be a developer. Yes, it's a transition. I will be a junior professional in the development area, even though I've been working for 8 years in the recruitment area. So this kind of professional can have certifications, but also they need to participate of more communities, events, and boot camps to yes to get it practice knowledge about their future fields, the field that they would like to work for. Yes, I don't know if I have made me clear, but it's more one time, it depends.
Yeah. For junior job roles, you can go with the person who has less experience but has certifications. And for the higher positions, such as directors, CEOs, or any other positions, you need to have candidates who are good with experience, but less on certification is also good. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it because experience speaks and they can lead better, they can analyze better, they can give a better judgment out, and they can take better decisions with better experience. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, that was a great podcast, Enrique. Enrique, I believe that I'm telling your name right. If I'm wrong, sorry for that. But if
No
your
worry.
name is spelled anywhere wrong, Enrique or Enrique, I'm wrong. If I sorry for that. So that was a great podcast, and I enjoyed it, and I learned from you more than I have learned from anyone for now, because from the HR perspective, from the corporate world, I learned about from you. Some personal questions from my end. Would you be able to get? Would you like to answer that questions?
Yes, for sure.
What was the latest book that you read?
Guy, be honest, I don't like to read a book regarding business. I I've been learning more through podcasts, yes, and interviews with my candidates and clients too. But I think the last book that I've learned was regarding the champions of HR area. yes, and from Udit. But nowadays, I've been looking for listening more podcasts because for me it's more faster to learn and understand about the things that I need to understand and put it on my daily to daily routine. But as a recruiter, I've been improving my knowledge of soft skills. As I told you, it's very important to me offer to the candidate a great and human experience to them. Yeah.
What are the daily podcasts that you listen? As you mentioned, you learn from podcasts, right? So, what are
Yes.
the podcasts do you listen? What podcasts can you name some of them?
Yes, I will put here. The first one is about the homecoming process. The woman responsible for bringing the content into this podcast and help us understand more about our self-awareness and how can we improve our skills through a healing process. A lot of people around the world have been living troubles, issues regarding negative emotions. Usually, they've been not accept their vulnerability. So these podcasts help a lot the people regarding healing their negative emotions through a healing process. The name is the Homecoming. I'll put it here. The Homecoming podcast. I love it. Man, I love it. It's very important to us understand and take care about our health, mind, and create a good environment emotionally, mentally, physically to us get a great performance in the work too. So the most important thing that we not about not talked about here, but the candidates and the professionals should respect more your free time. Yes, how you enjoy your free time. What do you do to enjoy your life? Enjoy things that you like. It's very important to see ourselves as a human being. We have a lot of needs and we need to take care of it, because if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to offer a great experience to the stakeholders that will work with you. And the problem, you can have burnout and it's not good. So you need to respect you too. I think it's the most podcast that I like to hear, and I've been heard for 6 months. So I recommend it. I highly recommended it too.
Everyone who is listening, go check out Homecoming podcast by Dr. Thema. It is recommended by Henrique Santos. It is great podcast. Where can people find you on LinkedIn or any other platform?
Yes, I think the LinkedIn is my main profile to talk about the career path, give recommendations to professionals that been looking for make a transition. Or yes, I am able to offer a short times my daily routine to help candidates get more confidence skills too. So if someone here that are listening this podcast want to talk with me about troubles issues, emotions issues, and get more confidence, create a safe space to them, reach their goals in both personal or professional sides, I will be able and I will be glad to help them. So yes, you can reach out to me and message draw the LinkedIn too.
Right, great one. Yeah, that was a great podcast, Enrique. Everyone, including me, enjoyed this podcast with you. I learned that you have to be mentally balanced as well as physically balanced. You have to take care of people. You have to be able to understand the difference between certifications and experience. Certification is required for junior level, experience is required for higher level. And the human resources book that you gave, the podcast that you shared, and also that at the bottom we are dealing with people and you have to take care and be kind with. Yeah, I learned it. I enjoyed the podcast. Anything that you want to add over here, you can definitely share.
Yes, no, just to say it's a pleasure having this time with you. Same here, guy. I've been learning a lot with your caches. Thank you for having me. Thank you for opening this space to share my own experience as a recruiter, as a human being. I hope the listeners can learn something from this talk. And also, I will be able to talk with anyone that want to talk with me in personal time. And yes, I want to thank you a lot. I love it. I love it.
Anyone who wants to talk to Enrique can definitely check out his LinkedIn profile. The link is in the description below. You can definitely connect with him. Go for it, guys. He's a great guy. He's providing you with all the resources, and also he's also helping you with your mental state and also helping you reach your goals and grow your career. Great talk, Enrique. Thank you for joining.
Thank you a lot, guys. It's a pleasure. Bye bye.
That was fun, wasn't it? Everyone who was here today understood the importance of learning, lifelong learning, and also the most important thing was to show your work. Take care of yourself. Certifications versus experience, and much more. I believe that you have learned something new today. Until the next time, this is Sundaramana here from All-in-One-hub, your host. Take care of yourself. Do show your work on social media, GitHub, and whatever medias you are using. Until then, bye.